Good morning, April the 30th, Thursday, day 45. Stay safe at home. Ron Crider here at Victoria in Indian River Shores here in Vero Beach. Our weather for Vero Beach today, that's Thursday. Thunderstorms today beginning around 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. this evening. Temperature at 6 a.m. was 71 degrees, high today 78, and it's going to be somewhat cooler today. The stay-at-home order has been extended until Monday, May the 4th. So nothing changes until Monday, May the 4th. Then everything starts to change. Now let's talk about Dade, Broward, Palm Beach counties. They will still be closed on Monday. However, the other counties in the state may slowly begin to reopen. For example, here in Vero Beach, we may slowly start reopening many things. I haven't gotten the actual word as to what they're going to be, but according to the governor, this is what he says can start to reopen, provided the counties agree. Schools remain distance learning, so you won't go back to school. Visit to senior living facilities are prohibited. Elective surgeries can resume. Restaurants may offer outdoor seating with 6-foot spacing between tables and indoor seating at 25% capacity. Retail can operate 25% of indoor capacity. And no change for the bars, gyms, and personal services such as hairdressers and barbers. They will remain closed at the moment. Vulnerable individuals should avoid close contact with people outside of their home. All individuals, when in public, should maximize physical distance from each other. Face masks are recommended for all of those in face-to-face interactions and when you can't social distance. So those are the rules beginning on Monday, May the 4th, and of course tomorrow and over the weekend there'll be more information about that. I didn't get anything really official from Indian River County, but presumably they'll follow the governor's instructions. Here's a little bit of bad news. TooJay's, which operates 16 locations in Broward and Palm Beach counties, and obviously here in Vero Beach, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Please understand what this means. I don't have any idea what the circumstances are regarding what's going on down there, but that does give them the ability to not make some payments to maybe their lender or somebody such as that until they can get themselves back together again. They're an iconic institution here in the state of Florida. It's a good operation. We believe that they'll probably just survive absolutely fine. So I wouldn't worry about they're going to continue to operate. No changes whatsoever at TooJay's other than the fact that technically they're in bankruptcy, but it's Chapter 11. That's a reorganization process. So thought you ought to know that. And there's one other thing, U.S. probe, there is circumstantial evidence that the virus did in fact escape from the Wuhan lab. Only circumstantial evidence, but they're pushing pretty hard at that at the moment. So the chances are relatively good that this virus did come from the Wuhan lab. One more thing. Was the rush to close down this country ill-advised? Now, stay tuned. There'll be plenty of talking points about that. All we will ever know for sure is what actually happened, not what could have happened. Now, history should be our best teacher for the future. So we're going to hear a lot of discussion. We should have never done this. This was the worst idea in the world. We're not going to know what would have happened if we didn't shut things down. We can speculate, but we know what did happen, and we know we're coming out of it just fine. In Orlando, reopening time for theme parks is absolutely, totally up to the theme parks. They can open at will, but they're going to have to maintain gazillions of rules. And for you sports fans, if you believe NASCAR is a sport, NASCAR starts in 2 weeks, May 17th. In South Carolina, no fans in the stands, but the race will be on TV. Residents and their family members at Palm Garden, that's here in Vero Beach, were reportedly notified of an infection last week at the nursing home, and it was showed up on the COVID-19 list for the state of Florida. So that's Palm Garden. And at press time, only one other long-term care facility in our county was on the state's list. That's Harbor Chase, an assisted living facility on Indian River Boulevard. It had at least 7 COVID-19 cases. 4 of those people have died. Okay, let's jump into the numbers. Okay, folks, so just about the time we thought we understood everything that was going on with this graph we put up every day, they changed the whole thing on me today. So here is the new look. The total cases for the state of Florida, 33,193. Positive residents, 32,318. Hospitalized, 5,419. And the total deaths in Florida, 1,218. Now we can go over here and look at this. Here is the 29th. That was yesterday. They said we only had 68 new cases. And then if we look at the previous day, they said we had 355. This doesn't wash at all with what you saw yesterday that I put up, but these are the new numbers as they continue to get the numbers more accurate and they throw more cases in over a period of time. All the numbers change and they all actually add up appropriately, but all of these numbers over here on the right-hand side, new cases for the past 30 days, they do change as they adjust the numbers to be correct. And then we'll go over here at the bottom. The last time we have a report of deaths was on the 26th, and that was a total of 26 deaths on the 26th. So that's how this whole new thing looks. And let's go to take a look at Florida testing. Total number of people tested here in Florida, 375,300. Positive, 33,193. Negative, 340,295. That's 8.8%. Then we're going to go by county, and then to go to county, we have to go over here and select. All righty. Here is the new Indian River County chart for us today. It's different than it was before. I didn't change it. This is the way the state of Florida is doing it now. It's all brand new. It's supposed to be better. So we'll have to get used to it. Change is always good, they say. We have 10 positive residents, 7 total deaths in Indian River County, 6 hospitalizations, and 80 positive residents, of which 60 are white and 5 are black. And we talked about the fact that most of the older people get this disease. So out of all the cases we had here, only 22 of them were 65 to 74. And then 14 were 75 to 84. And then 85 plus were 9. 41 were females and 58% are males. Now, if we go down here and look at new cases by the day, they only added 1 new case on the 27th. I don't have anything for the 28th or the 29th right now. That may be a good thing. And if you look at the chart, which is kind of weird now because it's on its side, but you can look down there and see that it greatly is falling off. Our worst time was somewhere between the 29th of March through probably the April the 12th. And ever since then, it's been dropping off quite nicely. And look at it. From the 18th until now, we either have 1 case or no new cases. I'm going to quickly pop down to Dade County, 129 positive non-residents, 338 deaths, 1,445 hospitalizations, and positive residents, 11,798. So you can see why they're not changing things down there too much right now. And if we go over here and take a look at the chart again, similar situation. Back in early April, they were up at 515 new cases for the day, and it is gradually coming down. And the only way you can do this really good is to look at the peaks and then draw a line from the peaks down. And the last big peak day we had was on April the 25th, where they had 377 new cases. And April the 29th, which was yesterday, 100 new cases. So most obviously, that's why they're doing these, opening up the state the way they are, and that's why Miami and Palm Beach and Broward are not going to open like the rest of the state is slowly opening. Now let's pop up to Broward County. Here we are in Broward County, 129 positive non-residents, 182 deaths, 934 hospitalizations, 4,769 positive residents. And again, we look over here on the 28th. We don't have one for the 29th, but on the 28th, they had 39 new cases. So as you can see, that's what's going on down there in Broward County. Another good reason why the governor doesn't want to open up Broward County. Now we will pop up from Broward County to Palm Beach County. Palm Beach County, 59 non-residents, 178 deaths, 416 hospitalizations, and positive residents, 2,852. And if we go down here and take a look at the 28th, I don't have anything for the 29th yet, but on the 28th, it says we had 38 new cases in Palm Beach County. 1,000 of them are white and 9 are black, 49% female, 50% male. That is in Palm Beach County. Let's move up to Martin County. Here we are in Martin County. That's Stewart. 10 positive residents, 5 deaths, 39 hospitalizations, 176 positive residents. So that's total deaths of 5 in Martin County, being Stewart. 113 are white and 5 are black, 42% female, 58% male. Let's take a look over here. The last one I have is on the 28th, and they only had 1 new case on the 28th. Again, take a look at this, a little closer to us. That we have a good drop-off point until we hit the 26th, and we had 9. That was a spike, but predominantly it's dropping off. We were very, very heavy back on the 6th and on the 3rd. Martin County, let's move up to St. Lucie County. Okay, St. Lucie County is just south of us. That's Stewart, 6 positive residents, 22 total deaths since we started this, 71 hospitalizations, 233 positive residents, 142 whites and 55 blacks in St. Lucie County in Fort Pierce, and 59% female, 40% male. And let's take a look over here on the left-hand side. The last time we have numbers for them down there was on the 27th, and they added 5 new cases. But again, draw the line over here on the left-hand side of your screen. Draw the line across just the peaks, and you can see that, yes, it is greatly falling off. And once again, similar situation back on April the 3rd and April the 6th. It was very, very high. So let's move on now from St. Lucie County. We're going to skip over Indian River County. We're going to go to Broward County, which is just north of Indian River County, just north of us. 9 positive residents, 8 total deaths, 47 hospitalizations, 261 positive residents. They have 187 whites were positive, and 45 blacks. Here, females are 51%, males are 49%. Now let's look again over here. Their heavy-duty day was on April the 13th, where they had 19, and then there's another peak on April the 16th, and then we go down here, some more peaks of 11 on the 24th, and then on the 26th there were 9, and on the 28th there were only 2. So it's falling off not quite as fast as we would like them to. And then we're going to move up from here to Orange County. Orange County, 65 positive non-residents, 33 total deaths, 241 hospitalizations, 13 O6 positive residents, of which 623 are white and 174 are male. Here, females are 48% and males are 51%. So there's more males that were affected by it than females in Orange County and Orlando. This is on the 28th over here on the left-hand side. You'll see that they added 8 new cases on the 28th, which was a small number compared to 24 on the 27th. And again, look at the peaks. Here's a peak back in April the 1st of 106. Then there's another peak on April the 8th of 66. Then another peak of 54. And as you can see, they keep coming down. So that's really a good thing. One thing I want to mention about Dade County, and one of the reasons the Dade County numbers are so high, and Broward as well, is there were a lot of people coming in from New York at that time on planes, flying in, and they were bringing that with them. It might have been a good idea to stop those flights like we did here in Indian River County. And let's go to the big numbers. Once again, a whole new chart for the big numbers. USA cases, 1,040,488. Those are the cases. The deaths here in the United States, 60,999. Global deaths, 227,971. Okay, very, very quickly. Sorry to take up so much time today, but I have a couple of little thoughts for today. I am thankful to all of you who said no to me. It is because of them that I am doing it myself. That's Albert Einstein. I may have used that before, Well, one more time, let me say that again. I am thankful to all who said no to me. It is because of them that I'm doing it myself. Albert Einstein. Good thing. Yeah, you got to do it yourself. People can show you how to do it. You can learn how to do it, but do it yourself. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Something you need to do today. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. If you know somebody who's a little bit down, a little upset, a little worried, a little concerned, say, hey, look at this. We're beginning to open up Florida. Things are beginning to happen. Looks like Indian River County is beginning to open up. All the numbers are coming down. It's beginning to look positive. It seems like forever. I mean, good heavens, how long have we been doing this now? Are we in day number 40? We're in day number 45. We've been doing the stay-at-home day for 45 days. So it's beginning. There's light at the end of the tunnel, folks, and it's a good thing. So try to be a rainbow in somebody's cloud. People have a little cloud over their head. And a lot of people who do this, and they wake up in the morning and they think the sky is falling. The sky is not falling. Maybe rain is going to come out of the sky today, but the sky is not falling. I can assure you of that. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. That's our buddy Winston Churchill. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference, especially if you have a good attitude, and you really need to keep a good attitude. It's important. Doesn't make it just because we're in the middle of this pandemic and, it's a virus and people are dying and so forth. Let me tell you what the good news is. Most of us aren't dying. Hey, I'm 79 years old. I'm in that very vulnerable group, and I'm taking care of myself. And I want to remind you another time, for you folks that are in my age group and older, please don't go outside. Don't interact with anybody. Just stay inside and get people to bring you your groceries, and don't venture out, and you aren't going to have this problem, because if you do get sick, the chances of you having a serious illness could be a lot greater than for the young folks. So, but let's do this. Attitude is a little thing that makes a really big difference. Have a great attitude today. Smile at everybody when you see them. Got to do that. That's very important. Remember what I say all the time? Be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Remember, please give me the likes. I like the likes. Click on the like button if you have a like button there. Click on the subscribe button if you have a subscribe button, and you'll get more of these videos. Over the weekend, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, there'll be a lot more better information about who's opening and what they're going to be doing, and that will probably have a lot to do with restaurants. And I'll have a pretty big report on that on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, as they say, stay tuned. And here comes Victoria's 13 acres of paradise coming up here. We're a little bit of our surf and our tennis courts and our pool area. So stay tuned. See you tomorrow. As promised, another day in paradise here at 5680 A1A in Vero Beach, Florida. This is the Victoria Condominium. This is the ocean side of the Victoria Condominium, looking out at the Atlantic Ocean here in Vero Beach. 32963. Here comes the surf. A couple more shots of the surf coming up here for you. Isn't that a beautiful day? When I recorded it was a little bit noisy, so you'll hear some noise in the background, like coming up right now where the wind is blowing into the microphone of the camera. Even though I had it covered, it was still not quite doing a good job. And this is when the sun was coming up. As you can see, the sun is reflecting off of the ocean. But check out the beautiful blue sky when we get into some of the other, we have another little feature coming up here when we go over to the pool area. Here's a little bit more surf coming up here. Look at that beach. Absolutely pristine here at 5680 A1A in Vero Beach at the Victoria Condominium building. Brand new hallways, all sorts of brand new things here at the Victoria to make it a really great place for people to live. Only 51 people get the opportunity to live here. Seldom do any of the units become available, and when they do, they get snapped up in a hurry. That's our cabana area right next to the beach, so you can jump in the pool, jump out of the pool, and run over and get into the ocean if you like. And there's our tennis courts, and run out there. We got two beautiful tennis courts. We have a little seating area over on the right-hand side with a little like a cabana and some water in there and so forth. It's absolutely magnificent. Victoria Condominium here at Vero Beach. This is where I live. This is my shameless plug. Have a great day.